Thank you. I'm Louise Clarke. I am a Group Sustainability Manager at the Berkeley Group. So my role is to sit at our group function and help to set the sustainability strategy and the strategy and framework for the business. So there's 5 of us at group, and then we have a number of operational sustainability advisors and managers. So across the group we're a team of around 17, so quite a strong sustainability team within our business. And so what I'm going to talk to you today is about quality and sustainability and how we try to use it to differentiate ourselves in the market. I'm going to talk about how it's driven right from the very start, and then I'm going to talk about our framework called our vision, which is our strategy for the business, and then go into a bit of detail about what we do on our developments and how we incorporate sustainability into our developments. What does Berkeley do? Berkeley is, we deliver from traditional family housing to big London schemes and regen schemes to apartment blocks in London and the South East. We have the different brands, so we have St George, St William, St James and St Edward. All of those are our brands that sit under the Berkeley Group. So we have altogether 23 operating companies. So we're quite a large company. In the last 5 years, we've built around 1,700, nearly 18,000 homes. So quite a large site, a large amount. We support 26,000 jobs in our supply chain in 2015. So across our sites, that was 5 jobs for every home that we build. And our latest statistic is that we are currently building 10% of all of the homes across London. So it's quite a large amount of homes. Where do we build? So mainly in the southeast in London. As you can see, we quite like the river. All of our developments tend to be along the river at the moment. So we have 55 live sites. 41 of them are in London, 14 are in the southeast, and we have 20 future sites coming on, 12 which are in London and 8 that are in the southeast. So you can see the kind of size of what we're building and designing. There's around 2,500 of us across the Berkeley Group, but we support a large supply chain. So location, this is the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about. It's really important to us about picking the right location, and this enables us to ensure that there is quality where we develop. So that is why we choose London. London is seen as a world-class city, and we build upon that, and we build upon the culture that's there, the transport links, and that is why we choose crucial sites across London. And that is the first step that we take into building quality, is picking the right locations and the right sites to develop. So creating quality, how do we create quality? So we tend to pick really difficult sites. St William is our new joint venture with National Grid, and they are all gas holder sites. So typically quite difficult sites, lots of contamination and remediation that is needed, but we choose those sites because they're often in good location, and the point is that we can create quality on them, and we can invest in them to create places. So that's what we do. We take difficult sites that other developers wouldn't maybe traditionally take, and we invest heavily in the quality of those sites, in the quality of the build and the quality of the design. And then we also create individually designed bespoke homes. So quality is really embedded in everything that we do. When you read our annual report or any of our documentations, quality runs throughout it. It's just something that is really embedded within the Berkeley philosophy, and it really comes from Tony Pidgley, who is our founder. He is notoriously known within the company and probably within the industry about his want for quality and detail, and he will go into a development, an apartment, a scheme, and make sure it is the quality that he expects, and if not, then you get worried. And that is the culture within the business. They know that when Tony is coming, everything has to be perfect, and Tony can come at any time, so every home has to be perfect. So that's really why that message is really driven from the top right down through to leadership. But it's about developing those gas holder sites into sites like this. That's what we aim to do. Placemaking, it's been spoken about, but it's really crucial to everything that we do. It's about making sure that the homes and the apartments and the developments that we create are for people, and they create activity. They are, the residents' needs are satisfied, but it's also about bringing other people into our developments, creating destinations for other people to come to and attend, because that's really what creates a thriving place. So this is really done through our social sustainability work, which I think was mentioned earlier, where we have a framework, pre-planning, and all of our developments that are over 100 homes have to go through a process to think about how do we create that, that place once the first resident moves in to when we leave, and then 5–10 years later. What is the right community structure that we need to put in to create that great place? So you've got some examples here. So in our Royal Arsenal site, we have a farmers market once a month, which has become really popular. At Woodbury Down, which Olivia Allen helps, she's a sustainability advisor there. They've set up cinemas there in the summer, so Wimbledon is shown. It's a great way of bringing all the community together, but other people from the surrounding areas. And then obviously putting in, you know, playgrounds and pubs. And then at our London Dock site, part of Open House, we had local artists come and display their work. So really opening it up to different people from around the community. So now I'm going to talk to you about our vision. This is our framework for sustainability and our framework for the business for improving quality and really to drive the business. So our vision is to be a world-class business that generates long-term value by creating successful, sustainable places where people aspire to live. So really what we do as a developer is we tend to look at other world-leading organisations and see what they're doing to test us and to move us on. So we look at the likes of Apple for our customers. We look at you know, British Land as well to see what they're doing, but this is really trying to push the business forward. And we have 5 focus areas that we look at. So customers, we make sure that they're at the heart of every decision that we make. They're imperative to everything that we do. Homes, you know, it's core to our business. That's what we build. But it's about making places. So that is a key feature under our strategy as well, thinking how do we create that great place. Operations. So we have, you know, we go out there and build. We need to make sure that we're doing that sustainably and putting the right mechanisms and measures in place. And then our people underpins all of that. So making sure we have a highly skilled workforce and developing that workforce for the future. So I thought what I'd do is just talk to you a little bit more about the strategy and then talk to you about our customers' homes and places and what we do under those 3 areas, because they're probably the ones that you're most interested in. So under our vision, we set commitments every 2 years that we have to meet. We set our new commitments in May this year, and we set 10 commitments really to push the business. So under customers, we're constantly looking at our Net Promoter Score and remaining very high. Customer insight, so we're looking to talk to our customers and understand what they like about our homes and what we can do better. But also we tend to do that now, and what we're looking to do with this piece of work is also look and speak to our customers who didn't want to buy a new home and understand why they didn't want to buy a new home and how we can improve our product going forward. So that's what we're doing under customer insight. Climate change adaptation. We're looking at specifically how we can make sure our homes are fit for the future and thinking about overheating within that, especially as an industry we know that that is becoming a bigger problem. Smart homes, everyone knows that technology is evolving, Hive and other products are coming onto the market, so we want to make sure that our homes are fit for the future. So it's not necessarily about installing loads of kit, because we've installed things. You know, we've had iPads previously that can control the heating and the lighting, but then people forget their login, so they can't use it and they can't turn the light on, or someone else comes to say. So we've learnt the lessons that that's not necessarily the best way to go forward. People just want a light switch, but technology is changing and the way that we are going to use our homes is going to change, so we want to be at the forefront of that. Community plans, this is about thinking about the community in the long term. So following on from our social sustainability work, we're developing community plans on our new developments to understand how we can create community for the long term, what governance measures we need to put in, and then how we take that forward. Next is net biodiversity gain. So we want to make sure that on all of our developments we improve biodiversity, so as much as possible on site. We don't want to offset it. We want to make sure that we put the right landscape in, the right features in, to create a net gain on our sites going forward from 2017. Carbon positive, we want to reduce our carbon, our operational carbon, by 10% and then become carbon positive in 2 years. And then apprentices and training, we want to ensure that we have 1,500 people in an apprentice or training in 2 years. In April we had about 370 apprentices across our sites, so it's looking to continually improve that and encourage training throughout the supply chain. And then our people is about healthy workplaces and talent management. So on top of those 10 commitments, we have a number of other commitments under each of the focus areas, which are just business as usual for us. But I just wanted to highlight some of these to you. So this is really, you know, how we ensure that we continue, we provide a good quality for our customers, and how we ensure that sustainability is embedded in everything that we do. So I've spoken about the first two, but we have a commitment to market all our developments in the UK first, and we did this over the last 2 years to make sure that the UK customers have the first choice in all of our apartments and homes. We have developed something called My Home Plus, which is an interactive way that the customers can interact. Often they buy off-site, they buy pre-planning, so it's when during the construction process they can see how it's developing, and they can have all their documentation in one place. Then it's about customer satisfaction. We have a commitment to all our customers, and then we make sure that sustainability is implemented in our healthy living guides and all our marketing material, so they know exactly what they can expect from their home, how we've incorporated sustainability into the development. So homes, we have also a commitment around fibre broadband. So all of our new homes, we had a lot of complaints a few years ago. People were moving into their homes and they couldn't get onto the internet or Wi-Fi. It wasn't being connected. So we've been working really hard with BT to make sure that the process is in place so that when you move in, you can connect to the internet. That's really important for our customers. We also have minimum safe standards. So master bedroom depths, ceiling heights and storage space. We set these standards before the nationally prescribed standards came in. So we're kind of leading the industry. We also have an R&D program to make sure that we can, talk about innovation and ensure that any good ideas can go into our future developments. And then we provide recycling storage for all our new homes as standard. Then finally, places. What do we do around places? We also think about climate change adaptation. So we get the development team before planning sitting around, and we have a special toolkit that we've developed so that they can think about flooding, water shortages and overheating in each of the developments, and understand what the biggest risks are to the development, and then what measures they can put in to ensure that we go above and beyond planning requirements around climate change adaptation. All commercial space is very good. We don't do a lot of commercial space, but we do make sure that it's rated. We have electrical car charging points in all of our developments. We ensure that we harvest rainwater wherever possible. Cycle storage is a standard. And then on all of our apartments where suitable, we ensure that there is a living roof. So that's obviously helping climate change adaptation, water management and biodiversity. So just some final thoughts on how we create quality, and our vision helps to be the framework for this, to ensure that the sites think about all of these requirements, but also it's about the design teams, and it's about the autonomy that we build. So all of our divisions have the power in their divisions and at a project level, so they can make the decisions, they can make the choices that are right for the site, for the development. So that enables them to know the project really well and make sure that they're making those right decisions. So I think that really helps in ensuring that there is quality, and then, you know, Tony Pidgley is always, you know, key to making sure that everything is done well. So why is it important to us? It's about our reputation. It's about ensuring that the Berkeley brand stays. And we often say that if you look at a house that was built 5–10 years ago on Rightmove, it will say that it was built by Berkeley. So that is really important to us, and we want to keep that quality. And it's also, yesterday I was talking to one of the MDs, and they were saying it's about, you know, if I drive through a place that we built 5–10 years ago, I'm happy to take my children there and say that we built that, and making sure that that community and that place stays the same from the moment we leave it to 5–10 years later. That's really what we try to do. So yeah, hopefully it's given you a bit of an overview of what we do. But it is about building our reputation and quality in all that we do.